The four-member Artemis II crew sat down Thursday for the first press briefing since splashing down after a 10-day odyssey that took them farther from Earth than any human since the Apollo era. NASA astronauts Reid Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Canadian Space Agency partner Jeremy Hansen have become instant symbols of a mission that aimed to reunite a world still grappling with political and social turmoil. Wiseman opened the session by noting the overwhelming global response, saying the hope was always to launch an endeavor that could inspire a shared sense of pride. The crew's flight marked the first crewed venture beyond low Earth orbit since Apollo 17 in 1972, and also set a new record for distance traveled, surpassing the Apollo 13 milestone of 212,000 miles. During the mission, the Orion capsule performed a 6-hour flyby of the lunar surface, delivering unprecedented images of the moon's far side and a brief eclipse that scientists will study for months. Glover described the re-entry phase as a 5-second sensation of freefall, likening it to plummeting backward off a skyscraper. The capsule endured a 6-minute communications blackout caused by plasma surrounding the vehicle as it tore through the atmosphere at more than 30 times the speed of sound. Temperatures on the heat shield rose to roughly 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, a level comparable to half the surface temperature of the sun, while ablative tiles burned away to protect the crew inside. Despite a reported char loss event on the shield, the astronauts said the ride felt smooth, and they are awaiting NASA's final engineering analysis. The psychological strain of the journey also featured prominently in the discussion. Wiseman spoke of constantly monitoring his own stress levels, even noting the presence of anti-anxiety medication on board. Glover emphasized the role of NASA's operational psychologists in preparing the team for the intense isolation and high-stakes environment. The camaraderie forged in the cramped 16.5-foot Orion cabin extended beyond professional duty. The crew described themselves as more than crewmates, like family, a bond forged by shared challenges such as a malfunctioning toilet and the awe of watching Earth recede into a pinprick. Looking ahead, the astronauts expressed readiness for the next steps in lunar exploration, acknowledging that future missions will need to embrace greater risk if a sustainable presence on the moon is to become reality. Hansen highlighted the necessity of accepting higher levels of danger to build a permanent lunar base, while Wiseman mused that had a lander been aboard, at least 3 of the 4 would have scrambled to use it. As the world watches, the Artemis II crew's reflections offer a human perspective on a technical triumph that may pave the way for the next era of deep space travel. The latest news you find here.